Hey, Amanda Hales, welcome to another edition of Chatting With. Today I'm here with Graham.
What's up, man? Great to finally meet you.
Yeah, thanks so much for being here.
Yeah, of course.
Man.
I've been watching your channel for a while, since the old days of just like the pranks and the social experiments. And,
Sweet, thank you.
Yeah, man, big fan.
You're big into real estate.
Yeah.
You're like a celebrity.
Am I?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
You were just on Forbes or whatever,
Yeah,
I saw
Forbes,
that.
yeah.
And you make some appearances in Selling Sunset and...
Right. I don't feel like a celeb. Like
Yeah.
that to me is just like,
Not quite, yeah.
yeah, I gotta get a million subs, and then I can.
Well, that's
I
just a
can boast
number,
a little
yeah.
bit.
Finance, the CPMs would have to be ridiculous.
It's crazy. The low end, I would say, is about $15. The high end is as high as like $32, depending on the topic and like the video. Obviously.
Yeah, like this stock, all the millionaire videos I've done, they make like 10 times more money.
Yeah, is that why you brought me on? You got to pay your
Pretty
rent this
much.
month.
It's like
Graham, I got some bills coming up this month.
it's like
You
the
got to
same.
come on my channel.
It's like the same as doing a brand deal.
Well, I'm happy to help pay the rent.
Well,
I'm
no,
kidding.
I am-
I'm just joking.
Well, I am. No, I do like real estate. Like I did a Cash last year, but he just flips houses and does wholesaling. You're
Right.
You're an actual agent.
A real estate agent, right? So I'm licensed in
Yeah. When did you get your license?
2008. It was actually basically the month I turned 18. I
Yeah.
got my real estate license very shortly after that.
How long does that take? A year?
To get your license?
Yeah.
So easy. I mean, no, honestly, the bar is set so low. I hate to say it for real estate agents. I got
Really?
mine online, and it took me 3 months.
University of Phoenix?
No, it's good. Like, it's alliedschools.com. This is not a plug or like a spy, but they were so easy. Allied Schools, I think they're in most states. You just go online, you pay like $150. You take online tests, and then you get like this little certificate online. And then what you do is you go and take a state exam.
Yeah.
And the state exam is like an hour long. It's so easy to do. Like anybody can do. Well, that's why you have so many real estate agents and you have so many bad real estate agents, just because anyone who's over the age of 18 with like a high school equivalent basically can get your real estate license.
Yeah. You see Step Brothers?
Oh yeah, the
Yeah.
brother. Yeah.
He's like, got my real estate license for shits and giggles.
Yeah, but it's so easy because you see a lot of people just like, I'm bored, I'm just gonna go
Right.
get my real estate license. So I always advocate people just get your license. It's so easy.
It's like once you got that, then the rest is just knowing people and networking.
Yeah, so getting your license is easy. Actually doing any business is incredibly difficult. So that's why you have so many agents who either suck, make no money, or they really struggle in the very beginning.
Well, I feel like if I just got my license, then I could just ask any of my fans out there if they're buying a house, and then I just go.
The issue with that,
Squeeze
because
in the middle.
the issue with that, to be serious here, is that
Okay.
you'll have a lot of people wasting your time, because I have maybe a few people a day hitting me up and be like, hey, I have this real estate deal, I want you to represent me.
Okay.
They're just not people that I would be wanting to represent. I mean, you get a lot of time wasters. So even just weeding through those people would be a full-time job.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now you're choosy with your clients,
Yeah.
like only millionaires and big houses, big houses.
Yeah, I've turned away a lot of business over the last year, or I've just referred it out to other agents, just because it's literally, it's crazy to say, it's not worth my time anymore unless it's over like a $3-4 million house. So I took a listing recently for $5.5 million in West Hollywood, because that's worth it for my time. But anything
Sure.
under that, it's literally not worth it compared with what I can make on YouTube, which is mind-blowing.
So what's the most expensive house you've sold?
Sold, that would be $7.5 million.
What's the commission on that?
That would have been 200 and something thousand.
And yeah, you talked about your big break was a 3.6 million something.
That was my first house.
What was
$3,550,000.
You were like 21.
No, it's just turned 19.
Okay.
Yeah,
And what was
lucky. That was a lucky break. Client walked in an open house.
Wow.
And just literally wanted to give me a chance to work with him, and that was just luck.
Yeah.
I mean, I had held open houses every single Sunday for 8 months, and then randomly this guy walks in.
Wow.
We talked for a while. He liked the fact that I was just young and getting into business. I guess I reminded him of himself when he was younger, and he literally was like, hey, I want to give you a chance. If you want to put in the work, you could do this.
Wow, 8 months.
Yeah.
So you paid your dues.
Yeah.
Well, still though, that's not that long.
It's not that long, but still, I mean, it's every single Sunday
Yeah.
without a break.
Yeah.
not doing anything and meeting just like people who are not interested, people who just disappear, and people don't get back to you. So,
What was the commission on that? 3.6.
the thing is, we're talking like after broker's fees, and so I think that after broker's fees and everything, it was a little bit over like 40 grand.
Okay.
That was my part before taxes, by the way, because taxes in California are very high.
Yeah, I enjoyed that video as well. You did the taxes thing and.
Yeah, it's high. It's a lot.
And well, I didn't know there was other states that didn't have state tax.
Yeah, Nevada.
So that makes me want to move to Nevada.
That's
or
the thing. I was kind of like
Texas.
thinking like you move to the Lake Tahoe like side of like Nevada. You know, where it's all kind of
private
nice.
jet. Have you been in a private jet?
Never.
Oh yeah, you're a frugal guy.
I'm really
Yeah.
That's
it's
nice to
kind
call
of
it frugal and not cheap. I
Yeah.
appreciate that.
Yeah. Why do you think is a personality type or like your parents taught you that kind of habit?
They weren't the best with my parents were amazing in terms of just like the support that they gave me, but in terms of finances, they were not that good. You know, I don't want to talk negatively about my parents because I mean, they definitely gave me everything I could have ever, within reason, but they were very much paycheck to paycheck. And I remember seeing that and I seeing the struggle and I saw that they both went through, severe debt. And I remember what it was like being a teenager and having to have $20 and being like, how can I make this last the entire week, and trying to like divvy that up. So it was really those early experiences that shaped how I feel now, because I still see $20 and I feel the same way now as I did back then, where it's like, how can I split it $20 to last a week? And I'll be like, $5 can go for gas, $5 can go to a Subway sandwich, and I can do like, I can split the sandwich into two, and that's lunch and dinner. And like, a lot of those little things definitely made an impact.
Say you have like $100 billion in the bank. You can easily live off the interest.
Yeah.
Do you still think you'd be frugal?
I don't know, because now it's because even now, like, my spending hasn't really changed, like almost nothing. And so now I think it's more so out of principle and so like a little bit out of caution, because I don't know, like.
But what about quality of life and just?
I think I have an amazing quality of life that I get to basically wake up every day and kind of do what I want.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't mean I could be driving around like Rolls Royces or like, but I don't need any of that stuff. None of that stuff makes me happy. I just love having the freedom not to have to worry about a single thing. And if I want to sleep in, I sleep in. If I want to work really hard, I can work really hard. If I want to, go on vacation tomorrow, I could. I like having the option.
Yeah.
So for me, it's about that. But otherwise, I mean, it would be the principle. Like, if I had $100 billion, I still get enjoyment out of just getting good deals.
Well, I think when it comes to travel, though, like nice hotels and first class are definitely worth it.
Never flown first class.
Wow.
Have you?
Yeah.
Really?
It's amazing. And nice hotels. And traveling like to Tokyo.
You would be shocked at the places that I've stayed at. Like, this place in Detroit. No, I mean, like, just awful. I picked the cheapest.
What?
I picked the cheapest Airbnb in Detroit.
What?
Because I didn't know.
And you're just like, I'm going to take the rest and put it in my Acorn.
But no, for real though. But I picked the cheapest place in Detroit, and as we're taking an Uber to go to the Airbnb, he's like, where are you staying? We're like, I'd be like, this location. He's like, you're staying there. I'm like, yeah. He's like, oh. Who are you staying with? I'm like, it's just an Airbnb. He's like, okay. And he was like really shocked about that. He's like, are you sure you're staying here? I didn't know, but it was like $70 a night or like $60 a night. Whatever.
You live in a house?
Duplex.
Duplex.
You're
paying
one
rent.
Side. No, I own it. Yeah.
Man, you and my dad would really hit it off. Like, he's totally frugal and like.
I love that.
He's still buys generic soda.
I do that.
All that.
I don't buy soda.
Not soda, but like generic Advil.
That's what I do.
Whatever. Yeah.
It's the same stuff.
I still think there's a little difference. Like, Advil is a little sugar coated.
It does taste a little bit sweet. Like, you're talking about the red coating on the Advil. It tastes good.
Something. Yeah. You got this $10 million credit card.
Right.
Man, can you get cash out?
You could do a cash advance, but
how much cash advance on that?
I have no idea. I don't even look at that. Like, I would never take a cash advance. There's no reason to ever take a cash advance or anything. Yeah. So I have no clue. I've never looked into it.
Gosh, because if you really had to make a run for it, you're like
I could, but I would leave. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I could. I've never thought that I could.
So yeah, a lot of people get their licenses and then they have trouble getting clients,
Right.
and that's just a networking thing.
So I would say, from what I've seen, most people get the real estate license, first of all, because it's so easy to do, and they think to themselves that it's an easy way for me to make money without really having to work very hard. So you have a high influx of people who just get their license, same thing as me, and just go online and just get it really quickly, and they expect, like, oh, if I sell one $2 million house, I can make 40 grand. And they go in with that mentality, and then they realize, like, wait a second, I'm working really, really hard, and I'm not making any money. And then they think to themselves, wait a second, like, I've worked 4 months, and I haven't earned a single paycheck. This is a waste of time. I could have made all this money had I worked a normal job. And they get frustrated and they quit. Most people, from what I've seen, leave after about 6 months, because that is the breaking point for, I would say, 90% of people who get their license for the wrong reasons. If they get their license because they really like real estate and it's a career they really want to pursue, then usually those are the people that stick through it.
Besides YouTube and real estate, you do anything else?
I would say, so real estate, YouTube is a pretty big one, and real estate investing.
Okay.
So the real estate investing thing is
So
mostly
flipping.
I never flipped. I've never sold a house that I bought myself. I buy them, I renovate them, and I rent them out. I have no intention of ever selling, because one of the things that I've realized is that
It's a slow build.
it's a slow build, but from working as a real estate agent, I come in contact with a lot of these like really wealthy people. And because you're showing them homes and you're with them for like half the day, I always ask them questions about like what they do for like investing and kind of what their mindsets are. People love talking about that stuff. And it's always one of the biggest regrets people have is they would say something like, oh, I used to own this property and I shouldn't have sold it. And my biggest regret was selling this. I've never heard a person say like, I'm so glad I sold that house back then. Like everyone has been like, I regret. So I don't want to have that regret. So I figured like, I'm just going to buy something and keep it.
Monopoly.
I'm going to save up and buy another one and save up and buy another one. You keep doing that until you own Los Angeles.
Yeah. How much, what's your current net worth now?
I'll just say it's between 3 and 5
Billion?
trillion.
I don't know.
Million.
Really?
Million, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't.
Oh, like,
Well,
I didn't know,
some of
yeah.
these houses are like 100 million. So if you
Yeah, but even if you sell a $100 million house, the commission on that gross would be about $2.5 million.
Okay. So you're with Oppenheim now. Are you going to start your firm or your own firm?
No desire to start a firm.
Why?
No. Management is, I like having a lifestyle that I have like no responsibility and no obligations. I love just knowing that I can do whatever I want tomorrow. And if I want to go on vacation for a month, I can go and do that. I don't want to be tied down to a career or a profession or any sort of industry where I can't just pick up and leave the next day. Like for me on YouTube, it's really just like, for the most part, my main channel is just me and a camera in my garage.
Yeah.
And that's it. Like I love having that. Even as a real estate agent, it's always just been me. And I can control how many clients I take on, how many deals I do, how much, within reason, like how much money you make.
Yeah.
So I like that. I don't want to be a real estate brokerage. I don't want to like manage a whole bunch of agents. I don't want to have to deal with that. I don't want to, even just the headache of like leasing an office space and employees and insurance. It's like, why? For what? So I can make less than what I do now, realistically. I mean, real estate brokerages are not the best business model for the most part. They're pretty inefficient, especially right now when you're competing with like Redfins and Zillows and these discount brokerages. It hasn't hit Los Angeles in the high end, but it's just, why am I going to go up against everything else when I don't have to do that?
Okay.
For what?
Joey asked, if you only have $300 in the bank, what's the first thing you do to become a real estate agent?
I don't think $300 is enough. I mean, realistically, $300 is probably enough to go on Allied Schools.com. It sounds like a promotion. I don't care where you go. You can go anywhere online. Get your real estate license for probably about $200, $250.
Wow.
And then I would say with the remaining $50, buy the book, The Millionaire Real Estate Agent by Gary Keller. And that's basically the blueprint of how to become a successful real estate agent.
Do you think the market's going to tank soon?
You know, it's funny. So I thought in 2015, 16, as they were starting to raise interest rates, I thought, well, you know, things have gone up a lot and like it might start to soften. And then they kept going up. And so I basically learned my lesson. Like, you can't predict exactly what the market is going to be doing. And it's less important, I think, to try to time like when is the market going to crash as it is just to find a good deal and hold on to it. Because even for the people who bought at like the height of the market, and let's say the real estate market was peaked in, let's just say 2007, a lot of those people, had they just held, had made money. And instead of going and selling, you just buy and hold. As long as you get a good deal, that's my thing, is you just buy something and hold it. It doesn't matter what the price is, as long as the property cash flows.
So you have some nice houses, but you prefer to just rent them out.
Yeah. Yeah, there's
you
no
don't
sense
wanna,
in me.
but like it's like I know, but you're only 20 once, and like throw some parties in the big mansion. And
I hate parties, man. I am not a party person whatsoever. Like, my idea of a party is like having a few friends over in my backyard on the 4th of July. Like, my 4th of July was like a few close friends in my backyard. And that to me was just like, that was a party. And I'm not a party person.
You're a lot more mature than me.
Am I?
And
You a
rational.
party person?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Do you drink alcohol?
Not really.
Yeah.
Rarely.
No drugs.
Yeah, no.
You dropped out of college.
Never went to college.
Never went. Yeah.
Never went to college.
I liked when you talked about school and like you'd rather be at work. I was definitely that way too.
Yeah. I never got the point of school. I mean, it just seemed like everything that I was learning was so stupid, was so pointless. No one needs to know that the mitochondria is like the powerhouse of the cell. Just stupid stuff. Like, why do I need to learn geometry?
Yeah.
No one can tell me that. Not one person could be like, here's how geometry is going to help you make money. Nothing clicked to me. So I figured school is just not my strong suit. Why waste my time?
You don't watch any shows on Netflix or anything?
Sometimes I want to. Like, I wanted to watch Stranger Things 3.
Yeah.
But I haven't had the time.
It just doesn't interest you.
It does.
No, it doesn't. If it did, you would watch it.
No, but there's a point where you could be interested, but if there's something that has priority over that, then I'd rather that. And sometimes I'll finish up at 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, and it's not going to be like, oh, now I can watch straight. I'd rather get to sleep. So it's like I'm interested in that, but I'm also interested in getting sleep too.
What's the point of making all this money and working all this much if you don't spend it and have fun?
It. It's not about spending though. It's just about the game and the challenge, I think.
Yeah.
And I love saving. Like, I love saving money.
Yeah.
Even with
Why do you
on a
saving so much?
It's fun.
It's fun
It's
to just have the money sit there?
But but I don't just sit there and look at numbers in a bank account. Like, I'm not just going home all day and be like, oh, look at the numbers in the bank.
Yeah.
I use that to buy more real estate. And that for me is fun. That allows me to then invest back into real estate in the challenge of can I design the property? Is the property going to cash flow? Which, just gives me more content to make for YouTube, because every property I buy means I can make, at least 10 videos on it talking about the process of buying it and remodeling it and the cash flow aspect of it and cash over finances. So I use the money that I make from YouTube to invest it back into real estate, which gives me more content for YouTube. So everything I do, all the money I make, just ends up becoming more content. So it's a weird cycle.
Yeah. Do you meditate?
No. I wouldn't have the patience to meditate. I've been told I probably should. I've tried it. Not to say I've never done it. I've tried it, but I sit there for 20 minutes. I'm like, this is stupid. That's how I feel. I just don't get it. Why am
Do you ever get stressed out?
Yeah.
What do you get stressed out about?
I would say deadlines.
Okay.
Yeah. It's like now my stress is basically, I just filmed my Friday video this morning that I'm going to be posting on Friday.
These are deadlines you set for yourself.
Yes. I have not. I posted Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I've not missed a single upload in 2.5 years. So I don't want to miss an upload.
Yeah.
But it's really difficult doing daily uploads right now between the two channels and delegating my time. So basically, if I get to a deadline, I'm like, I have to get a video planned. My stress doesn't come from the fact that I can't get a video done. It comes from the fact that I don't want to release anything on the channel that I feel is subpar. I never want to release a video just to release a video, and I want to be proud of it. Okay. So doing something that I'm proud of and doing something that I feel is good, that people are going to want to watch, and not being repetitive is a big one, because it hurts me so much if I post a video and someone's like, your content is getting stale. It's getting, you just said the same thing over. That really hurts me. And some people say it with good intention, and I take that to heart, but that sort of stuff really gets me, because I take that personally, because then I'm like, I look at myself, I'm like, I don't want to just say the same thing over again. So how can I say something new and something that people can to get some insight from 3 times a week for years.
Richie asks, why do real estate agents often give off the douchiest vibe?
It's oh man, it's kind of true though. I think it's sales.
Well, and stock traders.
Yeah, I think it's just a sales business that tends to attract that type of person.
Yeah.
I don't want to say it's everybody because
High,
there's certainly
high
some-
dopamine.
High dopamine, maybe.
Do you know what your personality type is?
Introvert something. It's,
Really?
Yeah, really.
Huh.
I'm not an extrovert at all.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I'm like in my garage most of the time, like alone, talking to a camera,
Yeah.
and then editing alone. I'm not around a lot of people.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely an introvert by far. Like I don't like going to parties. I don't like being in big groups of people. I don't like going out that much. I mean, I'm very much
Okay.
just happy, kind of on my own. But sales for the most part does attract that sort of extroverted
Right.
personality type, and especially in sales, there's an element of like trying to like schmooze with people and like giving off a certain vibe and stuff like that.
Charmer.
A charmer. That's a really good way of saying it. And I guess my way of standing out from that was that I was very much the opposite. Is that I wasn't like I would show up like this to meet clients. I was not in this. I would never wear a suit. I would never wear like a suit and tie. And all. I would show up like this. And my sales style was basically, I think the house sells itself. If you want my information, I'm here. I will advise you appropriately, but I'm not going to try to push anything on you. And oddly enough, I found that works better than being like, oh, so what do you think? Oh, I guess we should write an offer. Let's go and offer this. So I think almost kind of taking the opposite really worked in my favor.
What are some of the first things you look at when you're looking at a house?
Probably 2 things: price and location.
Yeah.
If it's a terrible location, there's really no amount of money. I mean, unless it's like, insanely cheap. I like to know that certain locations are going to be going up in value faster than others, and I think, what is this going to be worth 20 or 30 years from now? If a property is like right next to the freeway, that is a deal breaker for me. If it's on a really busy street, that is a deal breaker for me. If there's no room for upside that I can expand the property at some point, that's a deal breaker to me. And also, even if it's a great location, how well is it priced? Because ultimately, I really believe that how much money you make in real estate really depends on what you buy the property for. Because that's the one thing that you can really control is how much do you spend to buy it. If you overspend on a property, that's your own fault. You really need to make sure you buy it at a good price. And at a certain price, everything makes sense to buy. So I just really think like 20 years from now, again, what is it going to be worth and how much am I going to have to pay for that?
Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Thank you for being here.
Thank you. I really appreciate that.
Yeah. Let us know what you think about real estate and making money and
Smashing the like button.
smash that like button. Check out Graham's info in the description. Check out his channel. He has a really great channel. And I will see you next week.